Let's talk about how you can maintain your fat loss over Christmas or the holiday season. First of all, it starts with getting your expectations in order. So let's just back up a moment and recognize that you're probably going to have to accept the fact that we're probably not going to lose weight over Christmas. You're going to be eating a lot of food and you're probably not going to be in the same routine. Just like traveling, you're probably not going to have the same habits and have the same routine. So we're going to talk about some tips and tricks for how you can stay on track as best possible, with the understanding that you're probably not going to see too much weight loss in the next coming weeks. So chill out. It's going to be fine. So as we're coming in here, if you don't know me, my name is Coach Samantha. I help busy professional women lose weight, build muscle, and do so in a sustainable way that makes you not want to lose your mind, hopefully. So let's kind of jump in and talk first of all. I just got off a group coaching call with my one-on-one coaching clients, and we talked about some of the strategy. So let's just go through this. Can I make, okay, that's my face. So, yeah, get real. We're probably not going to lose weight, and that's okay. It's going to look differently. You're going to be in a different routine, so chill out. Having a little bit of hygiene is going to go a long way, and I know what you're thinking. What are you talking about? What I'm talking about is sometimes when I get the opportunity to not be in my routine and I get the opportunity to rot, I'm going to rot. Like, I'm going to be in my pajamas all day long, and I'll get to like 11 p.m. and be like, wow, I smell kind of bad, and be like, oh, did I brush my teeth this morning? What in the girl? So, it's going to help your self-esteem. It's going to help your other choices that you're making if you are maintaining your hygiene and maintaining some sort of routine. Because when we have a similar routine of like, okay, get up, brush the teeth, drink some water, maybe get outside, get a little bit of steps in, you're going to have a lot more normalcy and you're probably going to feel a little bit better. So you're welcome. It's going to help you limit grazing too, and we'll talk about that. So, and by the way, welcome in, Alberto. Good to see you. Michelle, what's up? Good to see you in here. If we have questions, please put them in the chat and we'll go through it. The other important thing is this time is going to be different. So don't compare it to some random week in the middle of summer where you're out and about on vacation or whatever. Like, this is a time where we have a lot of holidays and events that are focused around food. And that means we're probably going to have a different amount of food. And activity. So you can't compare this to your regular day in the life routine because it's not the same thing. So we just have to change those habits so that they kind of match what we're doing, And with that, Octavia, what's up, girl? Welcome to the chat. Tina, welcome to the chat. Plan what you can. What is going to be so much better than trying to be perfect is trying to do something over absolutely nothing. So taking imperfect action is going to be really important to making sure that you are looking at this not as a problem, but looking at this as an opportunity. In fitness, in weight loss, in health, it is a lifetime strategy. It is not about some sort of quick fix like your GLP-1. You're not going to be on that for the rest of your life. At least I hope not. And while you're on it, you got to change your lifestyle habits or you're just going to gain the weight back once you're off it. It's the same exact thing. So instead of stressing about it, think about this as an opportunity to learn how to navigate times that are not going to be in your routine. Especially as you're working full time as a busy woman, you're going to need to, because there's going to be project weeks. There's going to be weeks where you're traveling for work. There's going to be a lot of different things. So you need to make sure that you don't just have some sort of cookie cutter form, and then whenever you're out of the form, you lose completely all of your progress and all the stuff you're doing. So get it together. We're going to have a different routine. Walking is also going to be extremely important. So getting up and doing that first thing in the morning is great, along with taking some time after dinner. Remember, we're going to digest our meals. We're going to have better energy. Everything's going to be processed so much better, especially all the sugar, if we're walking after these meals. So let me go to the comment section real quick. Hello from Doral. Is it Doral or Doral, Alberto? How do you pronounce where you're from? But it's good to see you here, Alberto. I'm happy to have you on the call. Happy Thanksgiving and Christmas, and thank you for always being here. And Octavia, I'm happy to have you here too. I'm very, very grateful for you to have trusted me with this. I'm happy to help you. And that's the thing, is we are going to mess up some days. That's okay. That's completely fine. And it's actually expected for you to mess up. Why? You're a human being. You're not going to be perfect. So it's not about, and actually, Sherry, what's up? It's just like we were talking about on our group call. It's literally about not how many times you fall down, but what are we going to do when we get back up? And you are going to get back up. You're not going to stay down. So, accent on the A. Doral? Doral. Okay, got it. Thank you, Alberto. So, let me change up gears. I'll show you the second part of our strategy. Here we go. Okay, so let's talk about food. We want to make sure we are eating from a plate, okay? If we are sitting there at the charcuterie board like it's a feeding trough, it's going to become a feeding trough. So everything you eat, please pick it up from a plate. It's going to help you so much. Focus on protein. Who's surprised? Not me. Focus on your protein. Turkey breast, chicken breast, those things are going to be great. We'll do some lean steaks for my dad's Christmas. Make sure you're doing lean, like things would be sometimes a filet, but your New York strip, sirloin, versus your fattier cuts like your ribeye, stuff like that. So be smart. And then when we are at that charcuterie board, girl, like let's limit some of the ham, the salami, the prosciutto, the pepperoni. Let's have it, but let's have it in moderation. So make sure we are staying in moderation. Shocker. Make sure also we're filling up on some fiber. That's going to help to keep you full. So your potatoes, your sweet potatoes, greens, all of those good things, like a salad is awesome. However, as we talked about on my team call, not all sweet potatoes and potatoes are made equal. Because if you're thinking about what's in them, mashed potatoes are typically like your cream, salt and butter, milk, whatever. That's going to add a whole bunch of calories from fat and carbohydrates versus, your yams that are typically cooked with like the brown sugar and marshmallows are going to have a lot of sugar. That's not the same thing as a baked potato. So keep in mind, it's going to have to be a game time decision. When you go and you look at your food that's present at the meal, make a smart decision. So here's some of the salads we actually talked about and came up with at my team call earlier. This is a salad that Mateo's mom made at Thanksgiving, and it was so good. Sweet potatoes, arugula, beets, feta cheese, and then you can add some shredded chicken if you want some extra protein in there. So good. And then my client Abby was sharing some of her salads, Brussels sprouts that she like shreds up for some good texture. Cranberries, apple, quinoa is great for some extra fiber. Some lentils in there is great for extra fiber. And making sure the dressing is important too. Make sure the dressing is reasonable instead of something like, blue cheese or French dressing. We're doing something that's reasonable like a vinaigrette. So then finally here, chill out. Like, don't overdo it. There's something called the saturation point that I want to talk about. And that is, when is it too much? You're going to experience the joy of having a piece of pumpkin pie. Yes. You're probably going to have a little bit of joy also trying the tiramisu. It's true. But remember, after that point, like, are we being strategic? Are we being moderate, or are we just impulsively doing whatever we want because the floodgates are now open? There's a limit, and you have to hold yourself accountable to that limit. Yes, try the things that you want. Yes, enjoy yourself. Try the sweets, eat the sweets. I encourage you to, but don't sit there like an animal at the feeding trough, just like slurping down pecan pie. No matter how much your body tells you you need to, I promise you don't. So take that time of having some water in between when you eat plates and make sure that it is on a plate. Have some water, have a hot cup of tea, walk a little bit, and if you want some more, you feel like you're hungry for more food, then go back. But if you're just going back because it's there and it's easy and it's convenient, girl, that's how we got ourselves in this situation. So now here's the other thing. I will not be logging. And Elsie, welcome to the conversation. I will not be logging. That's not my vibe. I'm not going to be doing that. I like to be present, and yes, you could still log and be present, but I'm leaving it behind. There's 363 other days than Christmas Eve and Christmas Day for me to be logging. So it is going to depend on your individual goals. If you are a bodybuilder and you have a show and you're prepping, yeah, your competition might not be indulging on Christmas Day. So it might be best interest for you to not indulge. However, if we're just doing this for lifestyle, we want to lose weight, we want to lose fat, we want to look good, we want to be healthy, dude, like, remember, it is not that serious. It is so not that serious. You can show up and not track for one day, and it's not going to throw you so off track that you're going to lose all your progress. And remember that the scale is probably going to go up, but that doesn't mean you're failing, and it doesn't mean that you are gaining body fat. It's probably the carbs and the sodium that's making you hold on to water. And if we're having alcohol, even more of that. So here's the other part of that, right? If you are going to log, take photos of the meal that you have or the plate that you make with your hand in it so you can better justify or understand what were the serving sizes that you had. And you can make estimates with your palm. If you want to be that person, bring your scale. Who cares what anybody else thinks? This is your journey, not theirs. You're the one who has to live with your decisions. Bring your scale if you want to. You do you. I won't, but you do you. The other thing, we were talking about this on my team call, is if you want the recipe, a great way to ask for a recipe that you don't know what someone made was, oh my goodness, Aunt Vanessa, this chicken pot pie was so delicious. Please, could you send me your recipe? Boom. Now you know exactly what was in it, and you can calculate the macros on your own if you really need to. If you really want to. There's ways to do it. Or just look up a recipe online and make your estimate off of that. It's always going to be a guess anyway, because you never know if people are adding other stuff. People are probably going to be adding in some extra fat and some extra salt, some extra stuff for flavors, because they want it to taste good. They want people to think their cooking is good. They don't necessarily want everyone to be healthy. So remember too, with all this stuff, like, take it with a grain of salt. Remember that, this is just like one time of the year, and you don't need to be perfect, and you don't need to stress too much about it. So I would love to transition into some maybe questions if anybody has any situations that they want to talk through, and then we can kind of talk about, okay, how are we going to navigate, say, going to your parents' house with the kiddos? How are we going to do that? So if you got questions, put them in here and let's talk about it. Alberto says you're bringing back the memories of Greek yogurt alternative. Sir, I will be using the Greek yogurt alternative forever. And actually, now it's becoming the cottage cheese alternative because my Ninja Creamy, now it's just like cottage cheese, frozen cherries, 2 packets of stevia, and a little drizzle of honey, and then maybe some xanthan gum. Blend it, and then I put it in the freezer for like 30 minutes, and it's like the most delicious cherry ice cream. It's so good. It's so good. So that's the other thing too. Like, we were talking about the salads. You can bring healthy options if you want to. I probably won't. I might bring a salad, but thing is, I'm there to enjoy my family's company. Like, this is a holiday that's meant to be about gratitude and spending time with the people you love. So, keep the main thing the main thing. This isn't like a fitness competition. So, Octavia says, I just started with cottage cheese. My life has changed. Yes. I literally yesterday was like, cottage cheese is like the greatest invention of all time. Seriously, who did this? And it's, I've also been using it in my shakes. I'll do like Greek yogurt and cottage cheese in a shake, but Mateo came up with this as like a chocolate milk recipe. So it's cottage cheese, cocoa powder. He does maple syrup. I'll do stevia. And then skim milk, like 0 fat milk, and you blend it up, and it's literally just chocolate milk. But I loved the Jamocha shake from Arby's, so I add some instant coffee into it and then some ice. Girl, it's a high-protein Jamocha shake. It's so good. And by the way, you guys, I have a little list of some of these recipes. If you want them, just comment recipes in here, and I'll send it to you. But cool. Oh my gosh, am I that cold? My nose is turning red. I'm exposing myself. Guys, I think that's pretty much all that I have for you today. If there's any questions you have, please put them in the chat. I'll continue yapping for a few seconds to give you some time to type, if that's what we're doing. Octavia says I will be trying it. Yeah. I'll send you the thing. I'll send you the list of the recipes too, so you have it. Yes. Yeah. Cool. Let me take a screenshot. Cool. That way I remember to send it to you after this. Sweet. I'll send that your way. And cool. If anyone has any additional questions, I'm going to go ahead and die. No, I'm going to go ahead and end the live here. And next week, there will not actually be a live. We will just be taking time off. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I will be off. So I will chat with you all another time. Enjoy your holiday. Merry Christmas. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Okay, thanks for joining. Good to see you. And I just saw, actually, as I'm logging off, Lamika, what's up? Let me send you a message. We're just ending the live here now. I'll send you the doc that we just put together. See ya.